Cody Rhodes is going to win the title at WrestleMania. It hurts me to say that. But there is one way that I'll respect it. Before we get into that, I do have to respectfully and humbly say we do have two new channel members, and Shy Guy 251. He's been around fucking forever, yo. That dude might have been around since like my very first channel back in like 2011. But we got Shy Guy 251 and Jay Walk. Salute to you guys for joining the channel memberships, along with Gary24, Jared Cross, Daniel Malcolm, David Williams, and SGA Hornet. Hey man, you spend Skrilla with me, I gotta put respect on your name off top. As for everyone else, I'm just hoping that my opinion on where this storyline can go will gain a like from you. Now that we paid the bills, let's get into this. I can't believe I just had those words come out of my mouth. Cody Rhodes is going to win the title at WrestleMania. Again, there is one way that I'll accept it. And it's purely in a sense of this being a bloodline storyline. The Rock is the final boss. But what exactly does that mean? Is he the final boss of Cody? Is he the final boss of Roman? Is he the final boss of both? I think there's a way that we can do both. Hear me out. On night one of WrestleMania, we got a tag team match between The Rock and Roman against Cody and Seth. And quite honestly, I think the Bloodline should lose. Now, hear me out. The Bloodline should lose. Not only should they lose, but they should lose and Roman should take the pin. From the very start of this storyline with Rock and Roman, there's been tension. And the match was supposed to be Roman and Rock. So, we don't get that. What do? We start building tension throughout the storyline with these two, or throughout the entire bloodline. We build our story, but we take our time with it. We've seen small little nuances, such as Rock putting up the L when it comes to putting up the ones. Rock never really falling in formation and standing with them in unison. Now, granted, Rock has been handing out his attacks. Not saying that it's been by way of bloodline, but it does benefit Roman. But there's also been this little underlying thing. If you just pay attention to Solo during these segments, it started off with Solo firmly in the camp of Roman. Now, there's also been something brewing with them for the longest at this point. Anytime Roman looks a tad bit weak, any sense of weakness, Solo has always given him this look of, if I'm going to follow you, you better shape up. Since The Rock has joined the storyline, Solo in formation has been easing his way over to the side of The Rock. So, for example, when they're all standing in the ring, got their ones up, or Roman's cutting a promo, Solo started out from Roman's left, and in the most recent Raw, he ends up on the right, closer to The Rock. And here's why I say that they should lose. In order for us to get a clean victory out of Cody, we need the Bloodline to lose this tag team match. Why? Because if Roman loses and takes the pin for the team, it does two things, maybe three. One, it makes him look weak. Can the Bloodline trust him? Roman mentioned on Raw how The Rock showed leadership, right? And that's been something that's been fleeting with Roman throughout the entirety of the Bloodline. Now, there's also a bit of possibly you know what? I'm not going to show my hand just yet. Roman showing weakness. One. Two, there could be a bit of jealousy here with The Rock. Roman, head of the table. He's the top of the bloodline. He needs to be acknowledged. He's the tribal chief. And he's the champion. All things that Rock should by proxy want. So, they lose night one. On night two, how does Cody take the title off Roman? Well, you get him in a straight up match. Rock comes out while Cody has the momentum on him. Rock fakes like he's going to help Roman, and he does nothing. Roman's reaching out for him, thinking that he's going to get assisted, and he gets nothing. Cody gets a clean win. Or, Rock comes out as if he's going to help. He does nothing. Roman's reaching out. He gets nothing. Cody, distracted by The Rock, upset that The Rock is out here, solos out, spikes Roman in the throat. Cody gets his win that way. Now, why would this happen? Well, couple of reasons. We got to get back to the storyline. We got to get back to why is The Rock the final boss? I'm in the camp of if Cody win, he can't hold the title long. It's just, I don't know what it is about Cody. They don't really have anything lined up for him if he wins this title. Just like his daddy, short title reigns is probably paramount for a really, really strong babyface like that, because some people are just built for the chase. And maybe he's one of those guys. So he has to lose the title quick. And I say he loses it to The Rock. But when? SummerSlam, because Rock don't do B shows. It's got to be SummerSlam. Rock takes that title off of him. Cody failed at beating the final boss. However, what it does set up is Roman. See, Rock turned his back on Roman. Roman needs his comeuppance. Now, he's lost everything. He's lost his tribe. He's lost his title. He's lost his streak. He's lost his respect. He's lost everything. He looks disheveled. He looks like me out here. And he needs that title because he feels like that would be the start of getting everything back. And that could be how you set up your story on how you get to WrestleMania 41. And there's also that one small thing that's missing from the puzzle. We never got our Bloodline rules match. And now for WrestleMania 41, you have everybody in the Bloodline. It could be a Bloodline civil war. You have everybody that's in the Bloodline on each side. You can have the fathers out there. You can have Nia Jax out there for all I care. We need everybody in the Bloodline to be out there, because now it's Roman's turn to beat the final boss.